All right, let's get the insulating. If you're new around here, we're Chris and Sarah, and that's our pup Kramer. We're husband and wife entrepreneurs who since 2018 have been traveling full-time in our DIY Sprinter van that we recently sold to a new owner. Now we're starting all the way back at the beginning, building out our brand new, even smaller van. Our channel is typically more about our travels and adventures by both plane and van, but since COVID had other plans for our travels this summer, we're staying put a little bit longer and instead are taking you along the process of what it's like to turn this into this. Let's go. Ooh, look at that.
Oh, thanks. I always think it's gonna smell. I wonder if it smells. That's my fear.
What's it smell? No.
It's not really. And it's like you could you could tell maybe like a slight little bit of the county fair smell to it, but not I don't think you're ever gonna notice it.
You heard that here first, folks. A slight smell of the county fair.
Okay, so we've been in vans that use this before, and I didn't notice the smell at all. I wondered if it's gonna smell. I'm excited about this. So how Havlock does it is you can, if you're a van lifer, they have on their website an infographic where which van you have, whether it's Mercedes, Dodge, Ford, whatever, and then which size you have, and then how many pounds, they do it by pound, how many pounds they recommend. So ours is the Sprinter 144, and they recommend 300 square feet of it. So 300 square feet is 48 pounds and 24 pounds. That's how the bags are divided up. So for 300 square feet, it's 72 pounds. And we're planning on doing it walls, ceiling, headliner, and floor. So hopefully this is enough. We may need to order more. See it? I was out in sheets. It actually reminds me more of cotton candy than anything, but thick, coarse cotton candy. But the way it tears, it's sort of fluffy and fine. That doesn't make a mess.
Feel it in my bones. Back on my game. I can feel it in my bones.
Hey, buddy.
Kramer, come here.
Kramer. Whoa, hey, bud.
Where you been?
Oh, no, he likes the wool.
Oh my goodness, you like that?
You like...
What is that?
Kramer, do you approve, Kramer?
What is that?
Do you approve? He approves. Oh, he's...
Hop up. Come on.
Hey, right here.
No.
Hey, no.
Hop up.
What do you think? Well, come on.
No, he's got a mouthful. Get it out of his mouth.
Hey.
Okay.
Come on.
And it tastes good too. Well, we put in about, not very long, I guess. I wasn't saying an hour, but that was not an hour. We put in a little bit of time to insulation, but it's a holiday. My parents asked if we wanted to go get burritos to celebrate the 4th of July. To go, of course.
So let's go get a burrito.
Happy 4th, y'all. time to work. Where is Chris, you might be asking? No idea.
One, two, three, four.
So another thing that we need to install the insulation with is this still fish thing. Basically, all the tiny little holes that are all alongside the van, we can stick this down inside and it can push the insulation to places we can't get to.
We learned this trick from Finding Fresh Air. They actually did a really great tutorial on how to do insulation in the van. So if you guys are interested in that, check it out. We'll link it down below. Super helpful.
I've lost my roots, and I need my town, and I lost my way, and I can't be found, and I lost my faith. Turn me around and take me back to southern ground.
Good morning, YouTube. We are out here, or Sarah's out here, picking berries. What are we gonna do, Sarah?
Make smoothies.
We're gonna make some smoothies. Oh man, shoot. It's so humid out here, it's fogging up.
Is it? Kramer, get out of here. I don't need your nosy help. Ready? Let's go. Perks of being at my parents' house is they have fresh strawberries and blueberries. And since we're in charge of the little farm while they're gone, we get all the berries to ourselves.
Look how many blueberries. You ready to mix this up? All right, let's go work.
I got roses in my eyes. She's got a heart full of sunshine. Standing on your doorstep, black bow tie, your red dress burning, sweat dripping down my spine. Ooh, ooh. Just scan a bit like the finer things in life. Just scan a bit like the finer things. Just scan a bit like the finer things in life. Oh, it's hard to complain. Everything is going my way. No clouds, no rain. Everything is going my way. Everything is going my way. Everything is going my way. Good times are here to stay. Everything is going my way.
Oh man.
All right, we're still not done.
No. It's miserably hot right now. We say that in every video. But
Can I help you? You've been for a swim. I don't want to hear you complaining. You're fine. All we have left of the walls is that one front panel behind the driver's seat. There could be a window there, but we're not going to do a window there because it's mostly going to be like part of our shower. So everything else, insulation is done. We've got to do the ceiling and the headliner area, but I'm not entirely sure we're going to have enough. according to Havlock's website, for a 144 Sprinter van, we bought just enough. So they actually, like, on their website tell you how much for each van of each make and model and all this you need. So we bought what we need, but I don't know if they typically account for like the headliner, or maybe we're just insulating it poorly. I would rather pay for an extra bag and an extra shipping just to be sure that I have enough and that I'm not skimping. I would rather pay an extra $100 or so to make sure we're well insulated versus skimping and trying to save $100. So that's where we're at right now. We're probably not gonna do the ceiling all the way because we still have to put in the fan and the AC unit, which should be going in next week. Today's Friday, so next week we should have those in. Once we get those in, we'll probably go ahead and do insulation on the ceiling. So we had some people say that statistically, spray foam insulates better. And then they say that wool is not gonna insulate as well as spray foam. We can't test that out for ourselves yet because we're not living in the van. Our judging how well it insulates right now when it's 95 degrees and we're in direct sunlight, pencil. Really, to be able to fully review our thoughts on how well it performs, it would be months in the van. We would want to test it in hot and cold temperatures. So yeah, that's where we are right now.
Well, and I feel like a lot of people, they forget that we're going to be cutting these holes out for windows and flare spaces. And because of that, you're going to be losing air.
The hardest thing with climate control in the van is going to be where you cut out for windows. Windows are going to lose so much of your heat or cool or whatever you're trying to keep in and out of the van. That is going to be the place you lose the most. And there are people out there who don't put windows in their van just for that very reason. For us, it's not worth it because we're traveling to these amazing places to see the views, and we're not going to be able to be outside every second of the day because chances are we're going to be traveling for months at a time. So we wanted to have windows so that if we're in our van and we're working for a few hours, we get to enjoy the views outside our windows. So we will be buying insulated curtains. More to come on that later about the ones we're choosing. We made them last time. We didn't do such a great job on them, so we're buying them this year. They look so good. So anyway, we're going to show those later. But no, the insulation is very important, but you're never going to have perfect insulation no matter what direction you go. We do like Havlock because it is natural. We were installing it without masks, without gloves, without anything. It's safe. We can breathe it. It doesn't have to air out for days like spray foam does.
And when you're choosing an air conditioning unit or a heater, though, like the S-Bar D2 heater, it will keep you warm no matter the insulation. Like, it will burn you out of the van. And we hope the same thing will happen with the air conditioning unit. We haven't tested that yet, but that's what they're made for. Obviously, insulation is supposed to make it easier and keep the cold or hot air in, whatever you choose in more, but
you want to be efficient, but there's no perfect way to be efficient, even in a house. Every video, I don't know why, I need to stop doing that. There's no perfect way to insulate a van or a house. You're inevitably gonna lose some heat or some cool. There's gonna be little leaks and little holes and little gaps. And so at first when we started doing all this, I was freaking out. I was like, oh, there's one little hole I can't quite get to. That's not gonna make or break our van. Chances are we're gonna lose way more heat and cool and everything from the windows. So, doesn't mean we don't do a good job. We're doing the best we can. I think our mentality in it is kind of cover all your bases and do a little bit of everything and hope that everything sort of works together.
Look, dealing with Havelock wool, the wool, it's organic, it's not toxic. You know, when you're doing spray foam, that is something that is toxic and you have to let air out for a few days for you to be around it, and you have to have professionals do that.
And they wear a hazmat suit. If you do it yourself, you have to wear a hazmat suit. Sorry, I didn't want to forget
No,
that.
yeah. So just know that. That's why we went with Havlock this time. It's organic, we could get it done. We could do it ourselves, and it's been relatively easy to use, and it's been good. It's
been very straightforward. I think that's the one thing we like about it. We watched a few videos before we purchased it to see like what we thought. We talked to some friends who had it, and they were very happy with it. Like we talked about, the moisture is very important. How it handles in humid climates is very important. And we've heard really good things about it. We've heard it's right up there with spray foam as far as like, it's not gonna mold. Your van is not gonna get mold in it. Near as easy as if you're using like denim or foam board or something like that, where it's just holding the moisture in behind the wall. Installing Havelock wool, it is time consuming. It's a little bit tedious. It's not impossible. I think it is a two-person job, especially when we get to the ceiling. So I started to put it up there, and you can probably watch in the clips here. It's a two-person job. I was like trying to put it up on the ceiling myself, and it just was not bringing out the best part of me. So I'm gonna wait until Chris can help me on that, probably once we get the AC unit on in a couple days, and then we'll give that a try. But as long as you're willing to commit a little bit of time, be hot and sticky while you're doing it if it's summer, and have like a little bit of itchy wool on you, that's the worst part of it. It's really not bad. I mean, it's fill all the gaps in the van. It's pretty straightforward. Our spray foam last time for our 170 extended van ran us about $1,250, so $1,250 is what it costs to do headliner, floor, ceiling, walls, everything. It's pricey, and we knew that going into it. We called this year to get a spray foam quote just while we were weighing our options, that kind of thing, and they quoted us $1,100 on it, which, you know, I get. It's a lot of it's just the setup and tear down and all that kind of thing. Havlock to do that was closer to, I think it was $360.
Yeah, almost $400 with
Almost
shipping.
Plus shipping. It does come freight, I believe. It's expensive to ship is whatever it comes. It's a lot cheaper, and that was not one of the incentives. We actually didn't know that until, you know, a couple days or so into researching all this. We hadn't really weighed the price comparison of how they laid up, because really insulation is not something we wanted to skimp on. But if you're really torn between spray foam and if you're really torn between spray foam and wool, and budget is a huge part of your decision, go Havlock, because so far we're happy with it.
Yeah. All right. Hey, thanks for watching this video, and we will see you in the next one.
See ya.